So I'm doing the video and I'm kind of like watching outside. There's a group of birds that are nesting, and it's so beautiful to watch. Now it looks like we're going to get rain. We're going to get something where I am because the clouds are, I don't know, it's almost like that look like you get in Scotland, right? That kind of like cloudy, hazy look, right? So we're getting that right now. But apparently on Sunday, we're supposed to get some snow on Sunday, and I was thinking, oh my God, like I thought we were done with that. So today's video is kind of it's an odd one. It's just kind of like a chit chat, and I'm finding that things are changing. Like my looks are changing like drastically, and it's happened over the past number of like 3 years, 2, 3 years. My hair turned white almost overnight, to be honest with you. It was even whiter than this, the front part. It was like a white. And then all of a sudden I started using, that purple shampoo that takes because my hair was getting yellow on the tips. So I was using that purple shampoo, and all of a sudden my hair was turning like silver. I like the white, but so I stopped using that. I don't like that purple shampoo. I don't use it anymore at all. Every once in a while, I'll use like dish soap, the green dish soap that you buy from the dollar store, and it takes that white out of my hair. Now, mind you, you have to put a really good hair conditioner, and I use the honey hair conditioner, so that's a good thing, right? So that's how I combated that. But yeah, my looks have changed like drastically over the past 2, 3 years, and everything, like everything. My eyebrows, I finally have eyebrows. I finally grew some eyebrows back, and my eyelashes are coming back, and they all disappeared basically when I had the stroke. Now, I truly, truly believe that it wasn't really, that it was based somewhere in my body, but not my heart. Because my heart, when they did the test, everything's flowing good. They can't even find where the damage was, but I still have issues. So, we're thinking that it might be a thyroid issue, and there is thyroid issues in my family. I have like this little kiss curl here. Look at that. Yeah. And I just cut my hair again. Like I cut my hair every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. Like, do you know anybody else in your life that cuts their hair every 2 weeks? Well, I have to. And I'm not joking. Like, look at how fast it grows. So maybe the good Lord's trying to tell me that he wants me to grow my hair long because I'm getting tired of cutting it. I like it short. Like I like it kind of bouncy like that, but it's growing like nuts. So yeah, so things are changing. Weight wise, I lost a lot of weight. I can't even remember. But it fluctuates now. It fluctuates. So I think I lost 80 pounds, and then I gained back a couple of pounds, and but I'm holding my own. I'm holding my own at about 132. I went down to 130, and then actually I think the lowest was 128. I went down to, and I went back up. I ballooned back up because I wasn't paying attention, and I had no kefir left or money to buy any. So I gained a little bit of that weight back, and I went to, I think it was 135. And this just last week, I said, you know what? That's not happening. Nah, that's not happening. So what I did is I started focusing on my weight. And lo and behold, right? If you put the effort into anything in your life, you put the effort in, you're going to see results. And I put the effort in. I started walking my 8 kilometers again. I started doing the sit-ups. I was doing sit-ups every night, and I stopped. I got lazy. I stopped, and I started doing that again. Then there's an exercise that I found. It's where you basically do the pelvic tilt, but you do it to music, right? And you use your arms. And I started doing that, and I'm finding that yeah, it's working. It's working. So it's a little Chinese girl on YouTube, and she does well, she could be Chinese, I don't know. But yeah, she does with a whole group of people. They do that pelvic tilt, and they do it like to music, and it looked fun. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try it, and I tried it, and I liked it, and I do it. So I'm finding now that my weight is stable at about 133, 132, 133. Which I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I want to get back to 130 because that's what the goal was to begin with, right? But listen, I'm not pushing myself. I'm not defeating myself. I'm not saying like, oh, if you don't do it this way, you'll never do it, right? I'm taking my time, and it'll come off when it comes off. I mean, I'm not overeating. I'm not eating. I'm still on OMAD because it works for me and I'm happy with that. So I'm still on OMAD, and yeah, I just watch my carbs, and I don't eat sugar. I don't eat sugar. I eat jaggery, but I eat it limited because it's still a sugar, but I don't eat a lot, right? And if I have cookies, I always have um, high spices. Like I'll put a lot, and I mean a lot. I don't know if you watch my cookie video, but I put a lot of ginger, and ginger is anti-inflammatory. So I put pepper with the ginger, and that helps my body to absorb the benefits of the ginger. So that's what I'll put in my cookies. I only make ginger cookies. I don't make chocolate chip cookies. I don't make anymore. I did try it once, but I don't do that anymore. I don't eat sweets. I don't eat like gallons of ice cream. I don't eat anything like that. But if there is a time when I'm, kind of like really craving something sweet, I indulge. I'll indulge. I'm not going to force myself to become this svelte figure. I'm 63 years old. Like if you're looking for felt, if you're looking for a tiny little model shape and you want to watch that, then go have it. But you're not going to find it on my channel. I'm 63 years old. I'm happy the way I am. Happy the way I am. I am getting healthier and healthier. I'm learning how to eat properly. I'm learning how to grow my own food. I do grow it on the balcony. I did last year, and I'm going to do it again this year. Um, I encourage you to watch my video about planting radishes, because you know what? There's so many things about radishes. I had no freaking idea. I had no idea at all. I didn't know you couldn't cook radishes with carrots, because if you do, it'll deplete all the vitamin C in the carrots. So there's no point in even having the carrots. You know what I'm saying? So that type of stuff. Like I didn't know that there's certain crops that you could plant beside carrots, and then certain plants that you don't plant beside them. So, I'm learning a lot, and I'm good with that. I'm good with that. So, yeah, this journey of healing, it's like it's working for me. I'm happy with it. I'm content in my life. There are times of moodiness, though, there is, and I attribute that to maybe being 63, whatever. But I never went through menopause. Never did. Never did. I never had the hot flashes. I never had any of it. Never went through it. Just like my mom. My mom never went through it. She might have, but she didn't tell us about it, right? I think she got a little bit bitchy on the side every once in a while, but anything else, she even said that, she never had a problem with menopause. So I've got good genes. I come from good genes, right? And I'll tell you, as a kid growing up, we were dirt poor, man. And I mean, we're talking 60s. And then she had kids before me, but I'm talking the 60s specifically. And we were dirt poor. And we struggled. We struggled a lot, but I never, never, never got sick. I never missed a day of school because I was sick. Ever, ever. I never got sick. I never had a cavity. I had white teeth. And I attribute it to genes, but it could be because we were so poor, we couldn't afford the sugar that everybody was eating, right? So, and I didn't start having problems with my teeth until um, it would have been 4 years ago. 4 years ago. It was like I have an amalgamate filling, and it was supposed to be taken out when I got out of the military, and it wasn't. They didn't take it out, and I moved from, I think I was out west, and I moved back to Ontario, and I never got it done. Never got the amalgamate filling taken out, and now all of a sudden, I believe that it's filtering or seeping into my system, and it's killing my teeth, and it's destroying my gums. I really truly believe that, because think about this. Even right up until 3 years ago, when wait, no, I quit smoking. Jeez, it happened like it would. How long would it be now? Like 6 years? Would be 6 to 8 years ago. I quit smoking. Can't even remember. I don't. It doesn't even like. It doesn't even trigger here that I used to be heavily addicted to nicotine. Like, doesn't even trigger a memory. Don't like whatever, right? But it was so long ago. 6 to 8 years ago, I quit smoking, and that would have been around the time that I started having problems with my teeth. But before that, I didn't have any problems at all. Never. My teeth have always been fairly white. They're strong. My gums are strong. I don't have those type of problems. Then all of a sudden, boom, start happening. So I have to try to figure out how I can get that amalgamate filling out. Now, apart from taking it out myself, I don't know what to do. Unless I marry wealthy, and I don't plan on doing that anytime soon. So, um, yeah, so my health is, it's had its good moments and its bad moments. And lately, as we're into 2024, I'm starting to notice a change in my skin texture. I'm using castor oil for that, organic castor oil. Um, Hexane free, by the way. And so I'm using that. My skin's getting better. I'm using it on my gums. My teeth are getting better. I have a whole big long list of things that I do for tooth care when I go to bed at night. I do oil pulling that I learned from my youngest daughter. She taught me that. Never did it before, but she taught me. And she taught me that when she was in, I think it was high school, she did it. My youngest daughter was very up on holistic things when she was a young girl. And I mean, things have since changed, but she taught me the basics, and so I do oil pulling, and I find that oil pulling, and I use castor oil. It shrinks my gums, or yeah, shrinks my gums to my teeth. It literally, it's keeping my teeth in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to lose my teeth. I'm fond of them. I don't want to lose them. Yeah, so yeah, so things have been changing in my life. I even find that my looks are changing. I don't even look like the same woman I looked like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Like I I don't look like the same person. I look like a totally different person. At least I think. Now I don't know what you think, but I think, and I see me in the mirror every day, right? So I'm like friends with myself. And I see that there is such a big change in my looks, in my outlook, in my way of living. I mean, I used to do a lot of baking. I used to bake a lot of cookies for my kids. I used to the meals that we had weren't necessarily the healthiest, but they kept us alive. I mean, I was low income also. I mean, I worked, but my wage was it was, what would you call it? I didn't even think it was a living wage, and I supported and fed children. So we ate homemade food. I cooked. I did a lot of cooking, but I did a lot of survival cooking. And there is a difference, right? There is a difference. So survival cooking, we thrived. We did. We survived. And my kids are all healthy. Um, I mean, everybody has their own vices, but I did my job. I did what I was expected to do. And I worked, but stress level was extremely high. I did have to work 2 or 3 contracts, and that affected my health. I ended up having a heart attack. I had a couple of strokes. I've also had bouts of cancer, and I truly, truly believe that cancer is caused by stress and sugar feeds it. So, you say as you will and you do as you will, and your body is your body, and this is my body and my mind, and that's what I believe. And so I do not buy white sugar. I do not buy brown sugar. I buy Jaggery. And the occasional time I'll have brown sugar in the house for if I have guests, if they do it, but there's no white sugar in my house. There's a few things that I've stopped doing, and I'm finding that I'm thriving in this way. Okay. Now, I still have health issues because you have a heart attack and your whole body has to kind of like take a different pathway to take care of things. I have problems with one of my eyes. I have and it's getting better too. I noticed with the glasses that I wear, and I don't have prescription glasses. I wear dollar store glasses, but I'm finding that the the level is getting lower. I don't need to have a stronger glass anymore for my eyes. I find that I can see better at a distance. I can see better when I read the paper. I can hold the book over here and read it, whereas before I had to have it here. You know what I'm saying? So things are changing, and I don't know what to attribute it to. It could be the castor oil. It could be the vitamins I'm taking, the regime I'm taking. I take Nutritional Yeast for my B vitamin. I no longer take the B vitamins because they have a thing called magnesium stearate, which is basically a soap, which is kind of like a glue that will bind those supplements together. I choose not to do that. I also do not take any type of supplements that have a capsule. If it is a capsule, I'll open it up and put it into a yogurt. I drink kefir. I'm really focused on replenishing my gut microbiome. I'm very I got a cat, a tabby, and that helps with stress. Trust me, it does. And I found out that, did you know that when a cat purrs, that it actually, if your cat comes sits on your lap and you're all stressed out, that the purring of the cat is actually going to lower your anxiety level and actually lower your blood pressure. What? I didn't know that. And your cat can tell if you're having anxiety. They can tell. My cat can anyway, and my cat will come and will snuggle up on my lap and right away start purring. And what my cat has started to do lately is trilling, and it's kind of like that, and he'll talk to me. So in the morning when we get up, we have a routine, and I will put this, from the night, I will make my bed and do all that stuff, and he'll go and he'll sit right by the kitchen door, and he will wait until I come in, pick up his dish, and put his food in. And he will trill while I'm doing that. He will talk to me, almost like, thank you, Mom, or I'm hungry, Mom, or whatever, right? And don't take it literally when I say Mom. This new ideology where you think you can be a cat, I'm not into that, okay? I'm his mom because I take care of him, right? I'm a substitute mom for his real mom, which is a cat, not me. It's just a term of endearment. That's it. That's it. That's all. So let's end it there. Okay, end it there. So yeah, so he will trill and he will talk to me. And I find that when I'm stressed out and he sits on my lap, he starts to purr, that stress just melts. It just goes into the furniture. It's gone. So that's a good thing. I'm excited about that. So things are changing. Things are changing. I'm feeling more stable, more stable in my body, in my environment, in my mindset, and that's what it's all about. So just a kind of little tip, like if you're wanting to quit smoking, look at the things that trigger you wanting that cigarette, right? I mean, I got fed up with smoking. I just got tired of it. So I said, that's it, crumbled them all up. And I'm pretty stubborn. You can ask my kids, I'm pretty mule-headed. When I say I'm not going to do something, I don't do it. And when I say I'm going to do something, I usually do it. So when I get that stubborn streak in me, there's no way in hell I'm going back on that, right? And I basically kind of hypnotized myself. I was thinking about all the smoke, and I was thinking about my lungs, and I was thinking about all the smoke that's in my lungs. And, it's almost like self-hypnosis. And I did it. So it's been 6 to 8 years since I had a smoke, and I can't stand the look of it, the smell of it. I won't be around it. I don't encourage anyone that I know to smoke. I won't go to somebody's house if they're smokers. I will be outside. I will stay outside. So I have this little determination, or this little stubborn streak, right? And I'm kind of encouraging you to do the same thing. Don't think that those pharmaceutical companies don't have their hand in the cigarette factories. Okay, don't think that they don't, because they do. They do. And they have known that there has been carcinogens in cigarettes for years. And it didn't change until people started to complain, and then they stopped advertising it. I think they stopped advertising it in the 70s. You weren't allowed to advertise someone having a drink of alcohol. You weren't allowed to advertise someone actually smoking. They could be holding the pack, but they couldn't have it to their lips. They could be holding the beer, but they couldn't have it to their lips, right? So those things changed in the 70s. Now, I don't know now. I don't think I've ever seen an alcohol advertisement lately. Mind you, though, I don't have cable. It's just an added expense. I don't have it, and you can't post the news anyway. You can't repost the news. So what's the point? What's the point? And when you watch the news, you're watching bull crap, right? They go. whoever's paying their wages is who they're going to agree with. So if you don't agree with those people in the position of power who are paying the newscasters, don't even bother watching it because you're only getting one side of the story. This is not this world we live in now is not, it's not even ethical. It really isn't. It's not ethical, right? And I just get tired of hearing it, so I don't watch it. So I don't have cable, and I'll never get it. I don't want it. Actually, I don't even want the internet anymore, but I'm doing this just so that um, my story is out there, like my journey of healing. That's it. That's it. That's all. And I kind of try to let you see what I'm doing to focus on my health to encourage you. Maybe that's going to encourage you to kind of like look at your life and look at what you're putting into your body and say enough's enough. Enough's enough. Like the only person that is going to fix your life is you. It's not going to be the government. It's not going to be the church. It's not going to be the school. It's you. You. You're in total control. Don't you realize that? You don't know that yet? Think about it. I'll see you on the next video. The good Lord be willing.